everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is doing well and keeping safe. Recently I got my ears pierced. I got 3 piercings, so this and this. And before I got my ears pierced, I read a ton of articles, I watched a ton of YouTube videos, and well, I want to share my experience with you guys. This is my way of giving back. So maybe someone that is thinking about getting their ears pierced will watch my video and this will help them. I've always wanted extra ear piercings, curated ear piercings. I always wanted to get the Helix, and in 2017 I met someone that had this and I really loved it, but no liver. I've really wanted it for years, but I just was scared it would be too painful. And recently I just stumbled on a YouTube video where a girl was talking about her ear piercings and her pain experience, and it just did not seem so painful. I was like, you know what? I've been wanting this thing for years. I will just go and get it. So I got it earlier in the year before all this lockdown. And when I was going to get it, I actually thought that I got this one first. So I thought that I would get there and the guy will be about to pierce my ear and I'll be like, sorry, I'm just checking out, I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry, don't be angry. But no, it really wasn't bad. Okay, so I got the Tragus first. This is the Tragus. I went to a tattoo and piercing shop called Destination Ink here in Hillsboro, Oregon. I had a friend that had pierced her ear there, and I also googled it and they had like really high ratings, so I went in there. So I went there. Before I went, I was considering using a numbing cream, but when I called them before I went there, they were like, no, they don't really advise it. That first of all, because it's going through, it doesn't really do much, because numbing creams like numb the top nerve, I don't know, but they said they don't advise it, and it's also not good for the blood flow. So I ended up not numbing it and I just went. And it was really quick. It really wasn't bad. He was just like, okay, take a deep breath and then just pierced it like a second before I knew what was happening. The needle was already in my ear. The actual piercing wasn't so difficult, wasn't so painful. What was actually painful is that when they pierce it, because they pierce you with a hollow needle. So when they pierce you, they leave the needle in your ear and then they put the jewelry into the needle and pull it through. That is the painful part. It's still not like painful, but it's just a little bit painful. If I have a pain scale, I'll rate the Tragus like 1, because I barely felt anything. Even before I went, like when I was reading about it, like I had read that after you get pierced, you may, like your blood sugar may drop, so you may be dizzy. And some people were like, oh, you may have to take like an aspirin after you have a headache and all. So I was really prepared to feel sick. I even bought like a ton of candy in my purse when I was going, because I felt like, okay, if my blood sugar drops, I'll need to like take some candy and that will help. But I felt completely normal. I even went for like a party after that and spent the night. My plan initially was to just go for the party and say hi and bye, because I won't be feeling well. But I went for a party after that and I felt perfectly fine. A few days later, I got the Helix and I got the 2 Helix piercing. It was in the same shop, but it was a girl that pierced it. It was a bit more painful and it wasn't as fast, but it still wasn't that bad. I'll still rate it as like a 2. I don't know if maybe it's stronger, or because I initially thought this was stronger, but I don't know if it's stronger, if it was like because it's a girl, she was maybe not as physically strong and that's why it felt slower. But I felt it, I kind of felt it going through. This I did not feel going through at all, but overall it still wasn't that bad. I'll rate it as a 2. When they pierce you, they put like a long bar because the ear may swell. I don't know if you guys can see, but they try to put like a long, if you see like the back is long, and she actually put like longer ones here because she said since I'm getting to it's likely to swell more. I really don't like it because it pops up a lot. After this quarantine period, I'll probably go back and tell them to put something shorter. But When they just pierce you, they put like something, a long bar, because your ear may swell, so they put something long to allow for swelling. So yeah, that's basically it for the actual piercing. It's really fast, it's not that painful, so if you really want to do it, just do it. If you are thinking of getting your ears pierced, go to somewhere that uses a needle, not a gun. From everything I've read, needles are better. So needles, first of all, are more sterile than piercing guns. But aside from that, I've read that piercing guns kind of crush the cartilage, while needles, I don't know, but I don't know how they explained it, but needles are better, and when you pierce your ear with a needle, it heals faster and less problems happen from that piercing, because when you get a piercing, different problems can happen, and I'll talk a bit about that. The actual piercing is the easiest part. I feel like the most difficult part of getting a piercing is cleaning it. You have to continue cleaning it till it heals. So for cleaning it, when I pierced my ear, the guy gave me this is saline solution. I had also read online about this. This is also saline solution, but it's meant to have some enzymes. Yeah, they gave me that you're meant to use saline solution to clean your ear. If you don't want to use like the spray, you can just get non-iodized salt, so sea salt. I don't know if you guys can see this well, but yeah, non-iodized sea salt to clean the ear. Some things I've read online have also said like a mild antibacterial soap can be used. There's actually a lot of information online, but most of what I've seen advises you to use saline solution, so that's what I've been using. So for saline solution, I've also seen different information. So you can either use a Q-tip, so spray the saline solution on the Q-tip and you clean like the front of the piercing. So you clean like behind the jewelry, the front behind the jewelry, and then you clean the back. So you put it at the back and clean, and you do that for all the piercings. You do that for like 2 to 3 times a day. Regarding the Q-tips, some things I've read say you should not use Q-tips, that the Q-tips could have like fiber that could get into the piercing and irritate it. I don't know. I use Q-tip maybe like once a day now, and do the others for the rest of the day. So what else do I do? Sometimes I just spray the saline solution on the front and the back of the piercing. Another thing I try to do like once or twice a day is the sea salt soak. Many people say like this is really, really good for your ear. So you go to the grocery store, buy distilled water, get your sea salt, non-iodized sea salt. Never use like table salt, because table salt has other additives that may irritate your piercing. So you mix like 1/4 spoon of sea salt and mix distilled water, and you heat it up in the microwave for maybe like 1 minute to 45 seconds to 1 minute, not too hot, just like your temperature, and you just soak your ear in it for 7 to 15 minutes. I usually do the max 15 minutes. If you can't soak it, like stay like this for a long time can be difficult. If you can't soak it, another thing you could do is just like take like a paper towel, not your normal towel, because your normal towels can harbor germs, and with your piercing you want to be really, really gentle, really try to keep that area clean because it can get infected. So you take a paper towel, soak it in the saline solution, and just hold it up in your ear, and you have to keep like I feel like that's more difficult, because when the towel dries out you have to like put it back and put it on your ear. So that's another way you could clean it. When you get a piercing, you want to try not to touch it, and before you even start cleaning, like before you clean with the saline solution, you always want to wash your hands with soap and water. Always wash your hands. You want to do your best, because it's basically an open injury, so you don't want it to get infected. So you want to do your best to keep the area clean. Always wash your hands. Don't just touch it randomly. Piercings can have bumps, they can get infected, they can get keloids. But if you just continue cleaning it, most times the infections will go. If it doesn't go, you should contact your piercer or see a doctor. I actually got a bump, not an infection. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's really small now. It's I don't know if you can see it. It's very small. It's almost gone. I sent a message to the piercer with a picture, and he said he doesn't know what exactly it is because it's difficult to tell from the picture. But if I continue cleaning with saline solution, it will go, and it is going. But I also read online, and I did some of the solutions online. So online, I saw plenty things, and I tried all to get my bump to go. One of the things I saw is tea tree oil. So with the tea tree oil, you could just like rub it on the piercing. Some people say your skin may be really sensitive, so you should dilute it, but I rub it directly and nothing has happened to me. I guess it depends on your skin. So just rub it directly on the bump. You could add it to your sea salt soak, but from what I read, it's not good for it. Kind of dries it out, and your ear needs moisture to heal. So it's not good. Like me, that I have like this too, and this doesn't have bump, just this has the bump. So it's not good for the ear that doesn't have the bump. It may affect the healing. So initially I was adding it to my sea salt soap, but when I read that, I stopped adding it. Tea tree oil is meant to be a good antifungal and antibacterial, so it's good for the bump and infections. Another thing I read is that you could just take your sea salt, add a little water, so make it kind of like pasty, and put it on the bump. I did that too. And another thing is that you could take aspirin, just crush it, add a little water, so still like it's kind of like a paste, and put it on the bump. I recently started doing that, and the bump is almost gone, or I didn't check it today, so it may actually be gone. I don't know which one worked, but I did everything and it's practically gone. So if you get a bump, a keloid, an infection, those are things you can try. There are also a ton of resources online, and you should contact your piercer. So healing really depends on where it's pierced. For me, again, these are all like cartilage piercings, so they're like bones. From what my piercer told me, he said 6 months plus. Online, some people say 3 months, some people say 4 months. So let's say 4 months to a year. Just if you're going to get a piercing on your cartilage, just go prepared that you're going to be cleaning it for a long time. With the earlobe, from what I read, it takes like 2 to 3 weeks, so that's not even a problem. But I think most people had their ears pierced when they were kids, unless you want to get like a second one. Okay, so that's that for healing. So sleeping, when you get a piercing, you should not sleep on that side, which is why I actually went to get like the 2 more, because initially my plan was to get this pierced, then get this ear pierced before I go back and get this pierced. But I'm like, if I'm not going to sleep on this side, I might as well just get everything I want there. So you're not meant to sleep on that side. What some people do, if you must sleep on that side, some people try to use an airplane pillow. So you could just like put it and sleep like this. If you sleep like this, that way the ear is in the space, so you're not like putting pressure on it. When you put pressure on it, it may get infected, you may get the bumps, you may reduce the healing time, so you don't want to do that. That's everything I want to say regarding the piercings. I really like it. I admire it every single time, and I'm glad I finally got it. So it really is not that painful. The stress of it is the cleaning. So if you are thinking of getting it, just do it. Remember that piercings, extra piercings aside the lobe, are really not everyone's cup of tea. So the fact that you love it, don't expect everyone to love it. And if you're Nigerian, you may automatically become a wayward child. Don't say I did not tell you. You've been warned. I really like it, and I'm thinking of getting this pierced after this quarantine period. I don't want to get like symmetrical. Most time people don't get like symmetrical. So what I want to get on this side, I want to get like the rook, which is this place here, and I want to get the lower helix, which is like this middle place. I'm also considering like the forward helix, which is just above the tragus, but I don't know. The one I know I'm getting for sure is the rook and the lower helix. If you Google curated ear piercings, there are like so many places you could get your ear pierced. I really like how it looks. If you are considering it, I hope this helped. It's really not that painful. Thank you for watching my channel, everyone. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know your struggles with getting your ear pierced. Like, subscribe, and as always, remember, impossible, yes, even with getting your ear piercings, impossible is nothing.